Hello and welcome to the September 2018 edition of From the Desk of. My name is Tim Moody. I'm the Public Information Officer with the Randolph County School System. I'm here with our Superintendent, Dr. Stephen Gainey. Each month we enjoy the opportunity to get out in front of the community and share with you the great things that are going on in our school system. Dr. Gainey, this is our first interview since school started. So if you would, let's just take a moment and talk about the beginning of the school year.
Well, Tim, we had a great start to the school year. It's one of the smoothest starts to the school year I've been a part of in my career, I'd say. And this is my 26th year in this business. And great start. You always wonder when you've been out for 2 months and you all of a sudden put student drivers, high school drivers back on the road after 2 months, and parents who bring their kids to school, and we have 159 buses back on the road, but everything went very smoothly. We had, we're up to about 15,930 students. The first day was about 200 less than that, but our enrollments continue to grow, and feel real good about that. So probably the only thing that's kind of interfered with the start of the school year is we haven't ever had hurricanes during this time of year in the previous 5 years since I came to the school system, but we experienced that at the end of last week and beginning of this week, and everybody did a great job. And just been a good start. And today's our second full day back in school with the children after being out because of the hurricane. And just want to say a big thank you to the community and to the staff and to the students for the way, and the parents for the way they handled the inclement weather, because that was unexpected, but I think everybody did a great job and remained very patient as we worked through that situation. I just want to say a big thank you to all parties, and don't want to leave out our board, because our board is always very supportive, and they know that these decisions are difficult, and they always stand with us and always support us as we're working through what our number one priority is, which is safety of the students, the safety of the staff, and the safety of the parents who do drive back and forth to school every day with children. We want to make sure everybody's safe to the greatest extent possible.
Well, you may have noticed that today looks a little bit different with us in regards to our normal setting for our monthly interviews. We typically go out to a school. For this month's interview, we opted to stay right here at our central services. And here in a moment, we'll actually be taking you on a bit of a tour of the facilities and kind of get you acquainted and give you the lay of the land of our central office. I don't think we've ever done that. Dr. Gainey, you mentioned our board members, and I understand that our Board of Education members received a special recognition just last night.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize board members are required to do renewal credits too during the year, and they were recognized at the Regional School Board Association meeting last night. They received what's called the Silver Bell Award, and for their work towards their renewal credits during the last calendar year from July 1, 2017 to June 30th, 2018. Very proud of our board, and so I was very happy to see them honored with that award last night, and they do a lot of good work for our school system and providing leadership for our school system. So I just want to congratulate them and thank them for what they do every day to help our school system continue to get better.
So as I mentioned a moment ago, we are going to be taking a bit of a tour here of our central services in just a moment. Dr. Gainey, I want to give you the opportunity just to maybe give an overview to our community members who may not really know what goes on here. What are the different areas and sort of what happens in those areas?
Well, Tim, we do. We have 4 basic divisions in central office, and one of them is Human Resource Division, and we have a Curriculum and Instruction Division, Operations Division, and then our Finance and Budget Division. And so when you go Human Resources, led by Amy Walker, do a lot of different tasks, such as processing new employees and working through evaluation systems with our principals and with employees. We have things that involve benefits for employees they deal with. And then when you go into curriculum instruction, everything, our core business is academics, and Kat Berry leads that division, and we work hard implementing the curriculum standards that the state lays out for us, and finding ways to share strategies with different levels of school and principals and teachers and provide professional development. Then you get over into the Finance and Budget Division led by Todd Lowe, our finance officer, and Todd deals with our budget, he deals with our payroll. That's a area that never stops, but of course, quite frankly, none of the divisions ever stop. There's never a moment where things just stop. And then you get into the Operations Division led by Marty Trotter, and he has transportation, he has maintenance facilities under him, he has child nutrition under him, and each one of those areas have big budgets. And Marty has been a finance officer, so I feel very good about our financial operation of our school system. We really have two finance officers in those two big divisions. And then, you know, if you had a fifth area, it's the superintendent's office, and you and I are part of that group, and Beverly Fowler, executive assistant, is a part of that group, and we work with all the divisions, and you know, you work with the press and media and all, and web pages and things of that nature, and Beverly and I work closely together, working with the board and communications to the board, and dealing with board operations for board meetings and all. And you know, Beverly is she's one of the first people you're going to meet when you come in our school system, is Beverly Fowler, and then Jackie Allman right here on the front desk, our receptionist. So, you know, a lot said about central office, you know, statewide, and there's been a lot of discussion about that, but I'm of the belief that you need a good central office to have a strong school system. And I feel like we have continued to work to continually improve, like we're asking the schools to do, but there's a lot of things that happen here that if you put those back on the schools, it would not be a good situation, because they have a lot going on at the school site already. So you need a strong central office, and we've continued to try to work to get better, you know, continually get better here. And I feel like we have some very talented individuals. There's several people who have been principals, so they understand the school level from the principal's perspective. And like I mentioned, we have several people that are very involved in the business operations, and you've worked in the media, you've worked in marketing, and you're our public information officer. So I think there's a lot of different roles here people don't realize, but school systems need a good central office to be effective out in the school level too. Tim, when you come on the central service or central office campus, this building's kind of like a U, and we have two sides of the building. On the far end down there is the health department, for the county's health department, but on one side, the opposite side from where we are, is the instructional side, and that's where Kat Berry, the assistant superintendent for curriculum instruction, her staff is. And then when you get on the side we're on right now, you have assistant superintendent Marty Trotter. He's assistant superintendent for operations, and some of his staff's here, but a lot of his staff is down in two other buildings down a little bit down on the campus, with transportation and maintenance and facilities. And then we have finance officer Todd Lowe, his staff's in here with the finance and budget division, and also Amy Walker and her staff, the human resource division, are in this building. So, you know, kind of, you know, we are separated a little bit by the facilities, but we interact a lot. Our Board of Education building's on the other side. A lot of hard work's done in that room by the Board of Education. We also use that room for big meetings like principal meetings, assistant principal meetings, and central service administrator meetings. So we use this building a lot. A lot goes on in this building, and on both sides. And so it's we're very fortunate to have this, what I feel like is a very nice facility with a lot of space that we have for meetings and for different staff members to have workspaces.
The Randolph County Board of Education building, located at 2222C South Fayetteville Street in Asheboro, is home to the Randolph County School System's central office. The building includes an administration wing and a curriculum and instruction wing. The Board of Education's boardroom, made up of Boardroom A and Boardroom B, is located in the curriculum and instruction wing. Our school system's central services are made up of 5 main areas: the superintendent's office and 4 divisions: curriculum and instruction, operations, human resources, and budget and finance. The school system superintendent and the leaders of our 4 divisional areas make up our school system's leadership team. The members of our leadership team are Dr. Stephen Gainey, superintendent; Catherine Berry, assistant superintendent of curriculum and instruction; Marty Trotter, assistant superintendent of operations; Amy Walker, assistant superintendent of human resources; and Todd Lowe, finance officer. All of the departments at Central Services operate within one of the 4 divisions. Today, we'll take a tour of our Central Services to give you a lay of the land and provide an overview of what takes place here. The Curriculum and Instruction Division. The primary component of the Randolph County School System's Curriculum and Instruction Division is the Instructional Services area, which is made up of the following areas and departments: elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, media and technology, information systems, exceptional children program, testing and accountability in Power School, career technical education, multi-tiered system of supports, academically or intellectually gifted, English as a second language, English language arts, social studies, math and science, and Title I, Title II, and Title III programs. Operations Division. The Operations Division of the Randolph County School System is made up of facilities and maintenance, transportation, school nutrition, student services, safety and compliance, and driver education. Human Resources. To ensure that every student reaches their goal of graduation and continued future success, the Randolph County School System Human Resources Division is committed to the recruitment, hiring, and retention of highly dedicated and talented individuals. Budget and Finance Division. The Budget and Finance Division of the Randolph County School System is where you'll find our Finance and Business Office, where functions of accounting, payroll, insurance, and employee benefits are performed. The Central Office Warehouse and Copy Center also operate within our Budget and Finance Division. So that's it. That's a look at our central office. I hope you've enjoyed the tour. This wraps up our interview for September, but Dr. Gainey, I want to give you an opportunity before we close, just share anything that's on your mind.
Well, you know, Tim, we started with talking about how school started, and it was always exciting to me. I love to see the kids come back, and I'll tell you, I was in a bunch of schools the first day of school, and it felt like we've been in school for several months already. I want to say a big thank you to the principals and to the teachers and all the support staff on each campus, because they were ready. They were ready, and they always are ready. I mean, I'm very proud of the staff and the school system. And while we dealt with some unusual weather and some uncertain times with the weather, I just want to take a moment and just, you know, speak to the people in the eastern part of the state. I grew up in the eastern part of the state. My hometown got hit pretty hard with this weather. I have a lot of friends in that area, and I just you know, just want to remind them they're in our thoughts as they continue to work through getting back in school. It breaks my heart to see some of the things that, when you see some of the pictures there, and when you know these areas, you know, I spent a lot of my life in that part of the state, and when you know these areas and you see places you recognize, and talked to a principal the other day at a high school, or actually the high school I graduated from, and I could just, when he was telling me what was going on his campus, I just appreciate everybody who's gone to help down there, because it's going to be a tough couple weeks and months for them to recover, and I just want them to know that we're thinking about them, and I just know that's a tough situation, and I know there are quality people down there that will continue to lead those school systems, and better days are ahead as they recover from this very, you know, tough weather event that's left them out of school and schools closed and all. But just want them to know that we're thinking about them, and it does, when you see places, you know, and you see them flood waters all over, it does break your heart.
Well, we have weathered the storm quite literally here, but thank you again, Dr. Gainey. Thank you to Randolph Communications. Thank you to the Randolph County community. It's always a pleasure for us to get out before you and tell you all the good things that is happening in our schools. Have a great month, and we will see you again in October.